Greetings everybody and welcome to another Beatles Finds video. I have a few things to show you, not a lot, but I have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have an LP, I have a 45, I have cassette tapes, I have a Laserdisc, and I have a book. So that runs a pretty big gamut. To start with, and one of the main reasons I'm excited to make this particular video is I got the new book that came out on John Lennon. And this is a book by my co-host from the Talk More Talk show, Kenneth Womack. He has a series of books on the Beatles and George Martin. And the book is called John Lennon, 1980, The Last Days in the Life. And I really love that cover. I really do. I mean, I've seen a lot of pictures from those sessions with John, but this one in particular is really, really a pleasant one. I like it. And first I'll show you the binding itself. I just got this book today. Didn't have time to read it, although I did sneak and read several pages of it, but not in its full entirety, of course, yet. And I really want to urge all the Beatle fans out there to support this book and get out there, because we're coming up to the 40th anniversary when we lost John, and this will be very interesting and informative, going through the last year of his life and the last days in particular. A lot of good photos in this book, um, just to give you an idea of some. Okay, it's always good to look at the photos, but in the long run, it's the text that we're going to get into. So I'm sure we'll be discussing this on a future episode of Talk More Talk at some point. So be on the lookout for that as well. Okay, Kenneth Womack. Okay, let's see now. What do we got here? Okay, we'll start with a CD. Keeping in with John Lennon. I didn't have the CD yet, believe it or not. It's Life, Peace in Toronto, the Plastic Ono Band. This is one that I've needed. As you see the reflection in there. Okay, nothing unique, nothing different, nothing special that stands out. Just something that I needed for the collection. Stick with John Lennon a little longer. Here's a cassette tape, the Men Love Avenue cassette, from the album that came out in 1986. Alrighty. Let's see, what do we have inside here? I didn't bother to look. Has the track listing and the note from Yoko Ono talking about the story of John and loving Elvis Presley and so forth, and other rock and roll idols. But John's childhood and growing up. Okay, now we had Record Store Day, so let's stick with Lennon a little bit longer. Some of you have seen this video already if you saw my Record Store Day video that I just did, but the John Lennon Instant Karma Record Store Day release came out on a 45. This is done in the style of the UK original single, with Yoko Ono on the back with her song Who Has Seen the Wind. This is a replica of the UK. Comes in a nice lined plastic inner sleeve, and it has the design there where it says play loud for the Instant Karma side, and on the Yoko side it says play quiet. Sometimes it'll say play soft originally on the Yoko side. And this is a really nice mix of the song Instant Karma. It's remixed like you've never heard it before. John's vocals are really up front, and the drums are up front. Everything sounds more clear, and it's as you probably know if you watch my recent videos, it's going to be a little appetizer to a set we're going to get, another compilation issue of like I think 36 John Lennon songs. It's going to be called Give Me Some Truth, released on John's birthday on October 9th. Another album. You can get a deluxe set in a box. You can get a multi-LP set, multi-CD set. It goes on and on. And the big draw is going to be that, much like Instant Karma, the other songs are all going to be remixed as well and offered in 5.1 sound audio. Okay, so that's Record Store Day, but here's something else that was released on Record Store Day. At first, I didn't have any desire whatsoever to get this, and I didn't think I was going to. Let me just fix this a little bit. I didn't think I was going to get this. And then I watched a video by my friend Beetle Brad, and Beetle Brad loves colored vinyl, and he picked this up. It was produced by George Harrison. It was released for Record Store Day, and I really wasn't interested at the time. Chants of India, first time I believe on vinyl. Ravi Shankar, produced by George, and I was so interested in it just by looking at Beetle Brad's video. I said, I have to get this. So the next day, I went and found somebody who had it. And I actually took the shrink wrap off, which is unusual. It had a really nice hype sticker for those of us who collect that sort of thing. Dark Horse hype sticker. And this is going to be preserved by me inside, even though it's not on the cover anymore. The shrink is off. But let me show you the inside here. Okay. Now, it won't really show up very well here, but there's a nice photo there. Photos. And let me take out one of the records. I love the design of the inner sleeve. Dark Horse Records back again, so to speak, making a lot of releases. Let's get a look at one of these red color vinyl records. All right, how's that? So it's a 2-record set. And one of the things that really interested me about this, granted, you buy these things for the music, for the audio inside, but I gotta say, I really enjoyed one of the extra bits that was in this. I saw it from Beetle Brad's video, and I know it's here somewhere. I saw it originally. Maybe it's in here. Let's see. This has the other vinyl. You're catching this kind of live because I don't know where. There's supposed to be a picture in here, and I know I saw it. Ah, there it is. Okay. I really love this picture. This is a great photo of George and Ravi Shankar and two friends, and a big influence on George Harrison's musical career and life, philosophies, and so on. And I love this so much. I may just actually frame this by itself. It's a possibility. I'm thinking about it, even though, of course, it goes with the album. All right. Next up, another cassette tape. Paul McCartney's first album. McCartney, first official solo album. You gotta be technical here, right? And there it is. This one on Capitol. All right. And the last item, I'm always surprised whenever I show one of these that there are some people out there, perhaps younger people, who don't really know what a Laserdisc is. And this is a Laserdisc. It's a Laserdisc of a wonderful documentary on the Beatles that came out in 1982. It's called The Complete, very fancy, spelled L-E-A-T, Complete Beatles. And I don't have a Laserdisc player, never have owned a Laserdisc player, but these things are so darn cheap now, it doesn't really matter. But, to buy them, MGM Laserdisc, here's what they look like. They were actually, the DVDs of their day. It's not a record, but you actually play movies with these, okay? There's actually film. Look at that. You can see I guess to show you some of the things I have in the back that you may not see up there. I'll take advantage. There's a Ringo Starr Bad Boy poster up there on one side. The Beatles standing poster there. My lamp. So it served the purpose here. Yeah, these were really cool, but I knew that eventually they'd probably do something a little smaller, and they eventually came out with DVDs, which everything was really fit on one side on a DVD on a 5-inch disc, whereas these you had to kind of flip them over and play both sides. The documentary, The Complete Beatles, to me personally, I found it very, very interesting and indispensable back in 1982. But these days, after the Beatles anthology, I find it's not as big a deal anymore, not as necessary, although it still has some interview clips and things in there that you don't see that often. A lot of fans that I've talked to still love the complete Beatles. They still think it's great, even if I feel it's kind of outlived its usefulness. Well, different opinions for different people. That's what makes this world go around. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching. Once again, I remind you, please check out this really cool book, John Lennon, 1980, The Last Days of in the Life by Kenneth Womack. Okay? And it's me, Mr. Mayo, saying, see you later, and oh, I believe in yesterday.